know that feeling, right? You type a question into a search engine and you just get hit with this wall of ads, random forum posts, and 10 blue links you have to sift through yourself. It is so frustrating. But what if, instead of a list of links, your search engine just gave you the answer, a direct sourced answer? Okay, let's get into it. So look at this. On the left, that's the digital chaos we all know and, well, tolerate. It's basically a scavenger hunt for information. But on the right, that's something totally different. It's just a clean, simple paragraph that answers the question with little numbered sources right underneath. This right here is the whole game. It's the move from a search engine to an answer engine.
So what exactly is an answer engine? Well, think of a regular search engine like a librarian who just points you to the right aisles in the library. An answer engine is more like a research assistant. It goes down the aisles, pulls the books, reads the relevant parts for you, and then hands you a nice little summary with all the footnotes. And that's exactly where a tool like Perplexity AI lives. Now, Perplexity AI isn't some ancient tech giant. It was founded pretty recently, back in August of 2022. The team was made up of engineers who worked at places like Google AI and OpenAI, so they knew their stuff. And their mission was super clear. Let's combine the incredible speed of AI with the credibility of real verifiable sources. Let's create a straight line to knowledge. Okay, so how does it actually pull this off? From our end, it looks pretty magical. You ask, it answers. But behind the curtain, there's a really smart process at work. Let's break down how it goes from your question to a clear answer.
The whole thing is basically a four-step dance. First, the AI doesn't just see keywords, it really tries to understand the intent behind what you're asking. Then, step 2, it goes out and searches the live web, not some old dusty database. It's pulling in real-time info. Step 3, it takes everything it found and synthesizes it, weaving it all into a single, easy-to-read summary. And then, the final and maybe most important step, it cites its sources. It shows you exactly where the information came from.
This whole process is called a retrieval-first approach. And what that means is, instead of just relying on an encyclopedia that was printed last year, Perplexity is like sending a researcher out into the world to find the most current information available right this second. And that's why it's such a beast for understanding things that are happening now or topics that change really fast.
But Perplexity is way more than just a fancy search bar. Beyond just answering that first question, it has a few key features that make it a seriously powerful tool for anyone doing research or just trying to learn something new.
So we've talked about the concise sourced answers. That's the main event. But check this out. It also suggests follow-up questions, which turns a simple search into a real conversation. The whole interface is super clean and ad-free, so you can actually focus on the information, not on all the clutter. You can even tell it to focus its search on specific places, like only academic journals. And get this, with the Pro version, you can upload your own files, like a PDF of a textbook, and ask questions about it directly. It becomes your own personal research assistant. With all these features, you have to wonder who's actually using this thing, and what kind of an impact is it really having? Well, the answer is a pretty wide range of people.
Students and educators for sure. It's an absolute game changer for research papers or just studying for an exam. There's this amazing feature called Perplexity Spaces, where you can upload all your course materials and then ask questions about them. For researchers and journalists, it's like having a super-powered fact-checker. And for professionals and analysts, it's a massive shortcut to getting data for things like market reports.
And here's a little peek under the hood at where Perplexity is getting all this info. As you can see, it casts a really wide net. News sites make up the biggest slice, followed by academic papers. But it's also looking at social media, official government or company websites, and even forums. This kind of diverse information diet is really the key to getting a balanced, well-rounded answer.
The effect this has on efficiency is just wow. It's huge. By automating that whole process of searching and summarizing, Perplexity just slashes the time it takes to do initial research. You go from spending hours clicking through links to getting a sourced overview in seconds. And that frees you up to do the important stuff, the deep thinking and the actual analysis.
All right, but let's be real. No tool is perfect, especially one this powerful. To use it right, you absolutely have to understand both its amazing strengths and its very real limitations.
Okay, so let's break it down. The pros, you get up-to-the-minute info, you know where it came from because of the citations, it's incredibly fast, and it's conversational. The cons, though, are just as important. For really complex topics, the answers can be a bit shallow.
The AI can sometimes misunderstand a source and give you bad info. It also tends to favor really popular websites over maybe a more niche expert source. And yeah, it's currently mixed up in some pretty serious copyright debates. And that brings us to the most important takeaway of all. Your brain, your critical thinking, is still the #1 tool you have. Those citations Perplexity gives you, they're an invitation to go check the source. They are not a guarantee that everything is 100% true. The real power here is that it makes fact-checking so much easier, but it doesn't mean you can skip it.
And we have to talk about the ethical elephant in the room. This headline from Forbes really cuts to the heart of it. Major publishers are accusing Perplexity of basically stealing their content without permission to create its answers. This opens up this huge, messy debate about intellectual property, about journalism, and about the whole future of creating content in an AI world.
So this all leads to a much bigger conversation. Because tools like Perplexity, they're not just changing how we search for stuff online, they're fundamentally changing our relationship with knowledge itself.
I think the best way to think about Perplexity when it's used right is as an evidence map. It's not the final authority on anything. It's a guide. It's an assistant that can quickly show you the lay of the land on a topic, point you to the important pieces of evidence, and just speed up your journey to actually understanding something. It doesn't replace your judgment. It makes it sharper.
And that leaves us with this final massive question. Are we looking at the end of search as we've known it for decades? Or is this the beginning of something new? A new era where, because verifying information is just a click away, we are all empowered and maybe even expected to be more critical, more engaged thinkers than ever before. The answer to that one is still being written.